Welcome back to Profits of IT. I'm Jim Punzenberger, your host and creator of the Managed Prospecting System, managedprospectingsystem.com, which is custom built for IT service businesses and delivers authority content, LinkedIn outreach, targeted email, multiple pillars done for you every week. So check out managedprospectingsystem.com after the show. And today I'm excited to have Dean McBain with us. He's an inventor. He built biometric voice authentication technology from scratch. His walk-up song is Fanfare for the Common Man. Dean, welcome to Profits of IT. Tell us what you built and what problems it solves.
Well, I want to first thank you, Jim, for having me on this podcast with you. I appreciate the interview and the time, and to be able to express how I got here is pretty phenomenal. This is the first for me, so it's been a long road. It all started after 9/11 when I came up with a solution to solve hijacking of aircraft, and that's when I infused biometrics with physiological sensors. My thought at the time was, as I was thinking through the biometrics, going, well, what would stop a terrorist from chopping the guy's hand off or threatening him or her?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the really the live biometrics started at that point, and it's certainly progressed since then to really the ultimate of identification, authentication in real time.
Yeah, that's it's really I bet evolved over the last well what 9/11 was 25 years ago.
Just about, just about.
And so what's broken about how we verify identity today?
Well, the problem with today's login is that you're not verifying a human, you're verifying the credentials. And many of the biometric systems are spoofable, and what I've developed is not.
So how does what you've developed actually prove it's a real human and the prove their identity and it's not spoofable?
Well, with what we've got now, the Alive Voice Match Random Word Revolver, we provide a library of words to the user, and then that user then records those words in their voice, and then they show up at random when you want to log in.
So the randomness and it proves that it's only the person that selected those random words knows it, or no?
That's correct. And then there's certain features that we have incorporated into the program where only the user will know. And one of those things would be you could say a word before or after the word presented that you make up yourself, or you make up a short, brief sentence on what the word is. Like for instance, if the word's dog, when I was testing the program, I've always said the same thing: the dog barks at the tree. Who's going to know that? Only you.
Right.
So
Yeah. So let me shift gears here a moment, and I like to ask guests about superpower. And I think you invented something somewhat of a superpower from scratch. What's the skill that lets you see a problem that nobody else was solving and build this solution?
well, that's a great question, and I've been thinking about this for quite some time. And the truth is that I would have really probably never given thought to if it hadn't been for 9/11 and that problem. And as I was going through this, and really I came up with the solution on the 13th, which was Thursday the 13th, right around 4 o'clock when I was talking to my brother. And I hung up the phone with him and immediately got on a call with my patent attorney firm and scheduled an appointment the following day, which was Friday the 14th. And I went with the associate attorney that had just finished filing a patent that got there on 9/11. So, but the key factor was the situation with a hijacker and the biometrics. And so for instance, another key factor was if if somebody was threatening the pilot, you know, they could just chop off their hand and just use their dead hand to operate the controls or something of that nature at the time. But the big thing was if they were being threatened. So essentially, their physiological indicators would be elevated, and that is when I incorporated a new system to where if something were to happen to the pilot and co-pilot, the plane would go into an automatic override autopilot uh, system that would land it at a predetermined airport, and or if the ground could possibly take control of the aircraft and then land it safely.
Very
So there was
interesting.
all those key features that really enabled that to take place.
Let me ask you another question here. So, as an inventor, yeah, bringing something new to market, what's the hardest lesson you've learned along the way?
Trusting people. Everybody sort of has their own hidden agendas. I've made some errors by allowing some people in getting to get involved, and they ended up being very um, bad players. And I'll just leave it at that. But the most important thing to being in business, whether you're an inventor or not, is to make sure that the team members that you're involved with are very trusted, and they're with you and they're not out on their own hidden agenda.
Hmm. And
Those are very critical factors.
so how do you you know, make sure that you can trust people when you're, inventing something and building it?
When I look back, the thing that I was doing in the beginning when I was raising capital is I was getting it from people that I knew and knew them for years. And all of them were all excited about participating. Majority of them all said, "Hey, we're investing in you, not the product." And then I allowed several people to get involved that I didn't know very well, and they ended up really being uh, a very valuable learning lesson, I have to say, because the technologies that I have now, it's been very important that I've kept things under wraps.
Got it. So, well, you've been selling and licensing this technology now. Who should be paying attention to it, and why should they be paying attention to it?
I've never found anybody or any source or any company that shouldn't be using this technology because of the benefits of it. And one of the things that goes along with this technology is not only the alive biometrics, but I also incorporated what I call the crystal code. And that crystal code enables systems to communicate with each other in a very unique way. And it starts with the user, the human being verified in a isolated system. And then once the human's verified, or the user, then it creates this crystal that then allows that device to communicate with other devices. So it really adds a impenetrable barrier on all devices.
Cool. So, if an MSP or IT service provider who may be listening right now, who manage authentication for their clients, what should they be thinking about?
Contacting me. So,
And
you know,
what would be a good way to contact you?
we'll have that listed at the appropriate time. But I don't reveal my phone number. to anybody because of the importance of keeping a low profile at this point.
And any final thoughts before we wrap up here?
I look forward to securing the world so that we can really move on and get moving towards things that aren't needing so much time and energy.
Well, thank you for coming on today and sharing, Dean. You shared some great insight, being an inventor, problem solver, and a man that's been building authentication technologies for, it sounds like 25 years.
Longer than that, about 33.
33 years?
Well,
Sorry
for the
for,
identification, it's been 25, but I filed my first patent in
So you've been
91.
inventing for 33 years?
Longer than that. I just filed my first patent in 91, 92.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Dean, for coming on and sharing. And until next time, I'm Jim Punzenberger. Now would be a great time to check out manageprospectingsystem.com and stay hydrated and caffeinated. Bye for now.
Thank you so much, Jim. Have a great weekend.